Are you gonna run, get out of the game? What you gonna do when the thrill is gone? Counterfeit love don't last very long. What you gonna do when the beauty
Hello, I'm
fades?
Sandy Linter.
Are you gonna run, get out of the game?
I started doing makeup, I would say, around 1969. Everyone knows what the 60s was like for makeup. Everyone celebrates the 70s for makeup. But the decade of the 80s was really a strange decade for makeup artists and for makeup. It started out really loud and crazy makeup and fabulous and anything goes looking makeup. And then in the mid-80s, something happened. The fashion industry decided we've had enough of the loud and crazy makeup, and now we only want to do no makeup. So I went to work one day, and the art director for a major department store said to me, "Sandy, we don't want to see the makeup." And I'm like, "Are you sure you don't want to see the makeup? I have so many crazy, brilliant ideas." And that was the beginning of a no makeup look. The no makeup look went on for about 3 years. I'd say from about 86, 87, 88, maybe 89. And then all of a sudden Stephen Meisel came around and he said, "I've had enough of this." And the supermodels were born. What we know as the supermodels. But getting back to the 80s, we had amazing supermodels in that decade as well. The list, well, if I pick up my disco beauty book, Bitten, Gia, Patty Hansen. This book was printed in 1980. This is Bitten on the cover. The photo is by Bill King, genius photographer, who did every cover of every magazine in that day. And the girls were Julie Foster, photographed by Harry King, David King. Anyway, the girls were fabulous. So we had, look, this is Renee Russo, who transitioned into a major actress. So we had gorgeous supermodels. The word supermodel wasn't really used until Stephen Meisel came along. I don't care what Janice Dickinson says. But anyway, that's another story. Oh, I can't close the book without showing you Gia. And there's another one, Patty Hansen. This is by Scavulo. Oh, the girls were fabulous. Patty Hansen by Bill King. And the looks were pinks and blues and bright and green and everything. And then in the mid-80s, it all changed to a no makeup look. And I just about survived that, the end of the 80s, a very difficult transitional period for me. But that's how makeup and fashion are. They go high, low, medium, and that's just how it was. The early 90s, we all know what happened then. Stephen Meisel came along and changed everything that had happened in the 80s. He almost went back to the 60s and brought back the fake eyelashes, eyeliner, and pale lip. And that was really a 90s supermodel. This is the Makeup Wake Up. I did this book in 2010. And these girls were in my original book, Disco Beauty. This is Kim Alexis on the cover. And they're still gorgeous. They're still relevant today, as I am myself. And, I mean, I'll show you. So these girls are now in their 50s. and I'm going to try very hard to get them interviewed by Gaze magazine, depending how well this interview goes. And this is Kim Alexis, and this, we all know who she is, Debbie Harry. So I redid the book from the 70s in 2010. Nancy Donahue, these are all the 80s supermodels that I worked with. So I managed to catch up with most of them and put them in another book. And this time, it's talking about makeup for women over 40, of course. But look, how beautiful, how gorgeous, how supermodel natural. Kim Alexis. That's a big question. What I think makes a woman beautiful, a lot of it has to do with energy, and a lot of it has to do with some word I learned in the 60s called vibrations. Some people have good vibrations and some people don't, and if you don't, you're just not beautiful. Being born beautiful is one thing, but eventually you live long enough and you have the face you deserve, not the face you were born with. So, but there are always tricks and tips that we can learn to apply our makeup so we can look as beautiful as we feel. It really does come from inside out. It's a healthy outlook on life to feel that you radiate some kind of beauty. It's a healthy way to feel. And that's why being a makeup artist you get instant gratification by being a makeup artist, because the people that you're working on are instantly pleased and happy. So you have this career where you just make people happy all day long, and it's instant gratification, and then you get paid. But regardless of the paycheck, you got paid that day by, just making someone feel beautiful. I've worked with Arlena Sosa, Lancome, who I have a contract with. I am Lancome's Beauty at Every Age expert. They introduced me to Arlena. She's exquisitely beautiful, from Dominican, and I did a cover with her of Vanidades magazine, and it's just beautiful. I'm very honored to have this title with Lancome, and the business today is just huge. It was very small back in the 70s and 80s. All the models knew each other. All the agents knew each other. All the makeup and the hair people, we all knew each other. Right now, I'm at the Edward Ciccone Salon. He started at a place called Xavier, then he went to Pepino. We knew everybody. There's still quite a few people here at Ciccone who I remember from back when they worked at Pepino Bucari and when they worked at Xavier Salon. We all knew each other. There were no unknowns. If a new model came to town from Italy, we knew her. It was like a family. Makeup artists out there who just don't know how to get to the next level. There is always a next level, but don't compete, don't be so competitive. Just be seriously competitive only with yourself. Every single day has to count. And then you can make the transition from being one of thousands of makeup artists or special, because you're special. I've made so many transitions in my life, believe me, I know it's possible. So this is 2015. It's a different period of time. What I would advise the young kids today who are hairdressers and makeup artists, you just put blinders on. Don't look around you. Just go in and every day focus on your talent and yourself.
Underneath the look of love, silently caring, honesty and understanding, you're rhythm of obsession.